So as you can see from the title of the video, this is going to be about the return of Crew. And I want to give you a little background on the gameplay for those of you who are watching. This is another first seed matchup. This guy has emeralds, rubies, sapphires, gold, diamond players. So, you know, this is another stacked team, but not a single flaw or weakness on it. So, anyway, this was also the gameplay where I first got Oscar Robertson, and it took me a while to get him. I didn't go for him at all the first time around. I just went for Bob Dandridge. But when they brought the pack back, I was looking forward to it, and I grinded like crazy trying to build VC. I literally spent 30,000 plus VC, no, 40,000 plus the MyTeam points on just buying the same pack over and over and over for 2 weeks. And I didn't get him, and I was complaining, and I was just upset, and I was writing 2K, and that's the time when Shakedown made his video talking about how he couldn't get one player that he needed for a certain collection, and, oh, not Shakedown, Shake and Bake. And at the same time, I needed just one player out of 5, and I couldn't get him, and it was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. So, but eventually I did get him. I had to keep buying the packs, and then when they released all the packs at the same time, I got lucky. Got him on the second try. So, you know, it just took a lot of my time and effort and energy, but I got him. Anyway, let's get into Crew. Crew is back, and this time it's not Cruise, it's not Park, it's not Blacktop, it's Crew. And for those of you who, for some reason, I don't know if maybe you've been under a rock, maybe you're just new to the 2K series, Crew is pretty much the greatest mode they've ever come up with besides My Player itself. Although I like MyTeam more, but that's beside the point. Crew is the equivalent to team up with My Players inside the game. And they're going to bring it back the same way you remembered for last gen system. Now they did say they're going to be Crew elements coming up in the future for the next gen. Like, they haven't given out information on that, and I think they definitely need to do something for next gen, because unless they're just flat out being greedy and trying to double sell the game to you, it doesn't look good to put so much effort into promoting the next gen game and promising all these future updates for it, and by having people spend all this money to not only get the game but just to get the hardware to even operate the game, you go and take the most requested feature from the last 3 years and give it to the console that already had more features in the first place and really didn't cost anybody any extra that they wanted to play besides the $60 purchase price. They need to really either have Crew or Crew elements better mean something important, because it's just not looking good to have that many customers feel as if they wasted their money. But let's actually talk about Crew itself. What's going to happen now? Well, it's going to be the same game that you guys remember, where it's the equivalent of team up mode with My Players, not the bootleg Cruise or Blacktop or Park or anything like that. This is going to have full NBA rules on a real indoor court, but this time around they're going to change it up and let you make your own logo, your own color scheme, and you will see it in the game. There's screenshots which I will link you to if you want to see them inside the description, because I write in my description, guys. You know, read the description. Sometimes there's links and tidbits and things like that, you know, but you know, for each his own. Anyway, they're gonna have up to 10 players on the court at a time, 5 for each side, but this time they're gonna change it. Last time it was a minimum of 2 human players for each side, and they fill the rest of them with computers. This time they're making it a minimum of 3, and that kind of hurts me, because I mostly ran 2 versus however many they had, and I was fine with that. It worked for me. I actually preferred that, because my crew only had 4 people in it total, and we wrecked. Even though we didn't have 99s, not one person was a 99, but we were wrecking crews up. But most people, they actually prefer to have the 5-on-5 as like a regular thing. I don't. I feel it gets too crowded and too cluttered. I feel 10-person team ups usually get pretty sloppy, but that's just my opinion. You know, that's my issue. And there's one big exciting change to this. They are going to have historic teams as the base rosters. I don't know if that means that you'll only be able to use historic teams or not, but honestly, I prefer this. And I'm going to tell you why, because I had a conversation with K-Spade about it when he first posted about it on Twitter, and then I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I thought, you know, I'd just stick with what works, but I think this is a good idea, and I'm going to tell you why. In the past, everybody used to use the same teams. It was either the Magic because of Dwight, it was Yao Ming's Rockets, or you might see JaVale McGee because we found out on YouTube how good he can be defensively. But then you also saw in the beginning a lot of Miami Heat teams. Everybody wanted to use Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron James as computers that they ran 2-on-2s. And that's the main reason why I have no problem at all with this integration of the older teams. Now, the biggest reason why I think K-Spade was mentioning, he was voicing this displeasure with it, was because he didn't want to see all these Jordan teams and things like that. And other people were saying that. But this is why it's not an issue to me. Jordan is a 99. He's a problem. He's going to be hard to stop. But we had to face LeBron and Dwayne Wade back when Dwayne Wade still had cartilage in his knees. So like that was a tough team. They were like 96 and 98 rated at the time. Plus you had Chris Bosh there. And you know, it was a more stacked team to deal with when it comes to human players. Everybody's not going to know how to work a Scottie Pippen or a BJ Armstrong or something like that. And if they, you know, if they want to put in Steve Kerr for the threes, God bless them, because you're not going to score. You're not going to score against my team at least. I like the old teams because now you're going to see a lot more, like, you're going to see a lot more variation on the internet. Like now, if you want to choose a team for a good center, it's not going to be the same 3 teams. You're going to see teams like the Nuggets with Dikembe. You're going to see both of the Shaq teams. You're going to see Wilt, Bill, Alonzo, Hakeem, Moses, Robertson, Duncan, and a whole lot of people I don't have the time to mention before this video is over. I'm definitely going to do a part 2 because I think that's a topic that should be worth discussing. It's just too bad that Oscar Robertson was too much of a beast for this guy. Hey, I can't force him to stay. I'm not going to let him win.